As Prime Minister Modi returns from a highly strategic Quad Leaders Summit in the United States, India is also strengthening its military and naval alliances with other allies to contain any Chinese expansionist threat, not just at the LAC, but also in the vast reaches of the Indian Ocean region. Prime Minister Modi will now be sending National Security Advisor Ajit Doval to Paris on the 30th of September with an aim to truly seal a historic partnership that could transform India's defense manufacturing sector. France has offered complete cooperation for next-gen nuclear submarines for the Indian Navy, as well as a 100% transfer of technology for Safran fighter jet engines for the Indian Air Force's AMCA program. Also on the agenda is French tech for underwater drones and unmanned systems. NSA Doval will hold talks with French President's diplomatic advisor Emmanuel Bon in Paris, while he is also expected to deliver Prime Minister Modi's Ukraine peace plan to Emmanuel Macron himself, just like he presented it to President Putin at the BRICS NSA meeting. The Indian Air Force desperately needs its fifth-generation stealth fighter, the AMCA program, to be on track for 2035 induction. The threat of Chinese stealth fleet is real. PLA has already deployed the J-20s in Tibet. While the Indian Sukhoi 30 MKIs can detect them on radar, the J-20s do pose a threat. The Chinese PLA already flies nearly 200 J-20s with plans to have 1,000-strong fleet by 2035 by the time the first AMCA is inducted. Indian Air Force faces a pressing need to accelerate the AMCA program and boost its own squadron strength to keep the Chinese threat at an arm's length. And this is where the French offer has come as a crucial lifeline. Just a few days before NSA Doval's visit, French company Safran has offered 100% transfer of technology for a 110 kilonewton fighter jet engine for India's flagship program, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or AMCA. Now, AMCA is an Indian single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather, fifth-generation stealth multi-role combat aircraft. Not just that, according to reports, the French scientists would train Indian counterparts on advanced metallurgy needed for fighter jet engines, which would enable India to develop its own engines in the future. According to the French offer, the made-in-India Safran engines would belong to India, and New Delhi would have complete rights over them, including any potential export. During the visit, NSA Doval is also expected to finalize and expedite the sale of 26 Rafale marine fighter jets for India's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. Negotiations have been ongoing regarding the final sale price of these jets. Just a few days ago, INS Vikrant formally joined the Western Fleet of the Indian Navy with its home at the Karwar Naval Base in Karnataka. INS Vikrant now awaits its Rafale fighter fleet to become war-ready. The Rafale M are highly compatible with the Indian Air Force's existing Rafale fleet. The commonality will reduce maintenance and spare costs as both aircraft share 80% of their machinery. The fighter jet specializes in air defense, deep strikes and reconnaissance, and the entire Pakistani shoreline would now be within striking range of the Indian Navy Rafale jets. It can reach a maximum speed of 2,100 km per hour and boasts a maximum takeoff weight of an impressive 24.5 tons. Rafale M can carry air-to-ground and air-to-air combat missions, and it can reach a height of 50,000 feet. The worst-kept secret of the Rafale fighter jet is that it's a nuclear-capable aircraft and acts as a nuclear deterrence while allowing Indian Navy to project power in the entire Indo-Pacific. INS Vikrant, armed with Rafale, would also be capable of neutralizing any Chinese naval misadventures in the Indian Ocean and beyond. Meanwhile, the Indian Navy has been pushing the Defense Ministry to sanction a new project for 2 new nuclear attack submarines which will be used to patrol the Indian Ocean for long periods without the need to resurface. The 2 nuclear attack submarines are desperately needed to track the ever-increasing passages of Chinese naval warships and surveillance vessels in India's backyard. Once again, France has made a highly attractive offer of sharing its expertise with the Indian Navy. This would be French counter to the AUKUS after Australia dumped Paris to join the US and UK nuclear submarine program. India could help France overcome the AUKUS setback with a multi-billion-dollar defense deal. The French government is ready to discuss the joint manufacturing of nuclear attack submarines in India. Remember, the French naval group is already collaborating with India for 3 new diesel-electric Scorpion submarines. Naval group elaborated how the heart of these submarines, or the combat management system, is completely Indian. Naval group's executive vice president told the Economic Times, quote, "Based on the present plan, the heart of the submarine, which is the combat system, will be an indigenous one from the Bharat Electronics Limited based on French architecture. This will be a crucial step towards indigenous content," unquote. The indigenous content of these 3 new submarines will be close to 60%, giving a major boost to India's self-reliance and Make in India initiative. Now, days after Prime Minister Modi met Zelensky on the sidelines of the UNGA, NSA Doval will present Modi's peace plan to Macron, with France supporting India's lead of engaging with both Russia and Ukraine. But Ukraine war aside, India's real strategic concern are China's expansionist ambitions and aggressive actions, which could spark a major war any day in the Indo-Pacific. In such a volatile global scenario, has France become one of India's most trusted and strategic global allies? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.